What makes a great pro wrestler? Well, we're about to find out on the False Finish Top 5. What's up, guys? Welcome to the False Finish Top 5, brought to you by Spot Monkey Radio. I am your host, Tony. Today we're talking top 5 professional wrestlers. Now, this list is going to get a little hairy. It's going to get a little tricky. It might cause a little controversy. I'll tell you that right now, but I just speak the truth when I make my lists from my perspective. Again, this is an opinion-based list. Please leave your list in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Let me start right out of the box. Number 5, and this is currently everybody's favorite professional wrestler, and that is the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. The guy is good. The guy is very good. When it comes to mat wrestling, when it comes to shoot fighting and making it look high and tight, nice and real, Bryan Danielson is one of the best. He's been in the game a very long time now, 20 plus years. He's wrestled some of the best. He's had fantastic matches with the best. He got over a one-word response just like Steve Austin and the rest of them. What and yes. Right? Steve Austin had what? He had yes. Okay? And it's still to this very day. Everybody cheers it. It's a meme. Everybody loves the whole Daniel, when he was Daniel Bryan in WWE and he was doing the yes gimmick. And now in AEW as the American Dragon, he's still knocking it out of the park, having 60-minute matches with these young guys and showing them how it's done. So for that, Bryan Danielson, you just definitely deserve to be on our top 5 list, coming in at number 5. Number 4, a lot of people may not agree with this, but again, this is an opinion-based list for me, and it is, can you dig it, sucker? Booker T. Now listen, Booker T to me came in as a tag. If you know the history of Booker T, they just had the biography on A&E about him, or recently, I don't know when it was, maybe it was last season, but the guy came in as a singles wrestler, teamed up with his brother later on, became the Harlem Heat. He would go on to WCW and have one of the most decorated careers as a tag team in WCW, winning the belt, I think, 7 times or something like that. Then he would splinter away from his brother, Stevie Ray, and become one of the greatest singles competitors of my generation. The guy was awesome. I never saw a bad Booker T match. And if you know one, please, comments below. I'd love to check it out, but I've never seen one. Booker T always seemed to work his ass off. He could cut a great promo, so he could be on my sports entertainment list. He just missed it. I should have made him an honorable mention, but I didn't. I didn't because he definitely made my pro wrestler list. Because Book could go, man. And if you listen to my other top 5 matches you should watch if you want to be a pro wrestler, he was on that list with Chris Benoit in the best of 7 series that he had. Like I said, man, Book could go. So if you wanna watch anybody, if you're an aspiring pro wrestler and you need someone to watch, you need some homework to do, Booker T is a great watch. It's a great study. Number 3, integrity, intelligence, and I forgot what the other I was, but my man Kurt Angle. The guy was good, man. The guy clearly won a gold medal in the 1996 Olympics, of course, with a broken freaking neck, but would come into WWE and set the business on fire, and literally winning the championship in the shortest time. I think he did, because like he debuted in like mid-99 and won the belt in November of 99 or some shit like that, or December of 99. I forgot, remember what it was. It was like a short, and all of a sudden he was the champion. It was that quick with Kurt Angle. And Kurt got it. Kurt got it real fast. He knew how to get people to hate him with the integrity, intelligence, and all that stuff, the 3 eyes. The always drinking my milk, being the Boy Scout, and cut some of the funniest promos with Steve Austin in 2001 when Austin did go heel and join Vince. And then really had a great feud with Austin after that. And when he won the belt in 2001 and in his hometown of Pittsburgh, that was a really good pay-per-view. That was some of Austin's best work too. I don't know if people remember that, but Austin should have made my sports entertainment list, but he didn't. He didn't make this list. Neither. But I think I'm gonna have a top 5 Steve Austin moments. That's why. But anyway, coming in number 2, this is one for me. He could be your number 1. That's how good this guy was to me, and that's the Hitman, Bret Hart. The excellence of execution. The guy literally made it look so easy that he was the reason I wanted to be a pro wrestler, because I was like, man, Bret makes this look so easy, that I was doing moves like him at such an early age, just like him, because I would literally study it, and it was so easy to learn because he made it look so goddamn easy. So Bret Hart, definitely on my list here. At number 2, had Like I said, to me, one of the greatest matches of all time was Shawn Michaels in the Iron Man match. Had one of the greatest brawls of all time in the submission match with Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13, which would be one of the greatest double turns of all time. I don't care what anybody says, where he went heel and Austin went babyface. I still think to this very day that he had a white-hot heel gimmick in 97 with the Canada versus America thing that you still could have ran with. When you shouldn't let him go to WCW, they should have ran with that. That's just my opinion on a debate show that I will eventually talk about. But on my list, at number 2, Bret the Hitman Hart. He could be number 1, but I figured I'd go with the controversial pick here at number 1. But before I get to that, I'm going to do some honorable mentions. And coming in on one of my honorable mentions right here is Randy Orton. Randy Orton of this generation and maybe the generation before it, that little late 2000s, the teens era. Randy Orton was the best. He was good. He was basically what Seth Rollins is now. Orton was 10 years ago. And even now, like Orton's hurt, and Orton's maybe not coming back because of his injury. But Orton made things look easy. That's how good he was at this. And once he figured out the promo, once he figured out the psychology and his gimmick and his character, Orton put together one hell of a career. And listen, he's one of the most decorated superstars in the business. He's a 15-time champion. Randy Orton definitely deserves to be on anybody's list as a top pro wrestler. Another one is Bret Hart's brother, Owen. A lot of people always tend to forget how good Owen was because he was a great heel. And when we were marks as kids, we didn't pay attention to that because we hated him. It's not until you get older where you realize, holy shit, this guy's work was second to none. He was, at the time in the 90s, probably the most technically sound wrestler in the WWF, I'd say, at that time. Because there was a lot of shit in the WWE in the mid-90s and early 90s, and Owen was a diamond in the rough. Another one of those guys, like I said before on one of my lists, and I feel like he should have been champion, was Curt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect was a fantastic professional wrestler. He was another one that made moves look easy. He could go. He could wrestle any guy, any size. He would oversell for the big guys. He would sell beautifully for the little guys. So if you were studying to be a pro wrestler, like I said with Booker T, Curt Hennig's another great study. Another fantastic pro wrestler that no one really ever gave credit to, and I think they should have, was Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves sometimes of how good he was. He knew how to get shit done. He knew how to work the crowd. He was very good at the moves he did, and he knew how to apply them and when to apply them. That's the mark of a great professional wrestler. So definitely honorable mention for Scott Hall. May he rest in peace. Another honorable mention, my last one right here, is Claudio Castagnoli. The guy was a workhorse about 5, 6 years, 7 years ago in WWE. The guy got shit done. He still gets shit done as the ROH champion. Claudio is a very, very good professional wrestler. A very, not so good on the promos, which is why I put him on this list as an honorable mention. But he's very good at what he does in the ring. So in-ring stuff, Claudio deserves to be on at least an honorable mention. Which leads me to my number 1, and it's very, very controversial because of because of the personal opinion of him. But again, as I said on my other list before, put that shit aside. Chris Benoit was the best professional wrestler I have ever seen. Shit promo. But when the bell rang, that guy got shit done. I've never seen intensity like I've seen from Chris Benoit in a wrestling ring. Chris Benoit a few times made me believe that wrestling was real because of his intensity. The way he would chop. The way he would lunge his body on a headbutt. He would make it look so high and tight. The guy was good. Granted, he's personal opinions. He's a piece of shit, and we'll never forgive him for what he did. But just put that shit aside. And watch his matches with anybody. Go all the way back to ECW. Go all the way back to Japan. If you could go all the way back to Canada, do what you got. The guy was good. He was ahead of his time when he came out. And if he was around today, he'd still be working his ass off. And I guarantee you, he would either be an agent somewhere or he would be still in the ring. That's how good Benoit was. He would have taken care of himself. So I know that's going to cause some controversy. Some people are going to get upset. People are going to say, how could you put that guy on your list? But listen, it's my list. It's opinion-based. You disagree with me, talk to me in the comments below. I'd love to debate you. That being said, I'm going to bring this list to a close. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please share. Start debates with your friends. Talk pro wrestling. I am Tony. This has been the False Finish Top 5. Until next time, peace out.